When you have been through a lot and you have suffered much, just know that it's not for nothing. The Bible says that when we suffer with Christ, we reign with Christ. That is also on earth. The more suffering you experience, you get the hope of glory. That means God will show his glory through you. The more suffering, the brighter you will shine. That's the way it works with God, because through the experience of suffering with Christ, when we experience suffering that we turn to Christ, we don't turn to anything outside of God for our dependency. We depend on Christ through our experiences. Then he develops us. Then he shows us who he is. He also shows us who we are. Then when we graduate and we elevate, we get to experience glory, not just when we get to heaven, but here on earth. When we are obedient to his word, he will bless us. He said in his word, blessed will you be in the city and in the field, or the country, wherever you live at. You will be blessed in your coming and in your going. So when we hear hoping in glory, a lot of times we think that that's not while we're here. When you experience the suffering and you trust God and you depend on God, he will cause you to shine bright, and the glory of God will radiate on your life. So the greater the suffering, the greater the glory. Just know that whatever you've experienced or experiencing, as long as you have depended on Christ to get you through and you didn't take any shortcuts and you didn't sell out or sell your soul for anything, then you will experience the glory of God. People's lives will be saved through just hearing what you've overcome with God. With Christ, all things are possible. Things that seemed impossible, it can happen only with Christ. Faith comes by hearing. So when people hear your testimony and how you've overcome, many will be saved. People's deliverance is connected to you. This is also the reason why you are the greatest threat to the enemy. When you get to the other side, so many people will be delivered just by hearing your testimony. The Bible says we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of our testimony, not just us, but others, because faith comes by hearing. So you have to get to the other side. You have to push through to get to. And when you get to the other side, God will allow his glory to shine bright in your life. So just know whatever you've experienced, whatever you're experiencing, as long as you can suffer with Christ, you will reign with Christ.